Welcome to Microsoft Unboxed. I'm one of your hosts, Sonia Dara, and I'm joined by Colleen O'Brien, who's one of my friends, co-host, just a lovely human being all around.
Oh, thank you. Hello, world.
We have a super special episode of Microsoft Unboxed today, where Colleen and I are going to be celebrating Pride.
But before we dive in, please remember to subscribe. Hit that button right over there. It's red. You can probably see it. Give it a click.
So we're inviting two very special guests to join us today. We'll have Alexi and Selena from the Pride Campaign Committee coming in to share all the great things that Microsoft is doing this month and throughout the year for Pride.
And it is a lot of stuff that is getting done for Pride. We have great product activations and events and donations to nonprofits that support the LGBTQI+ community.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Why don't we check in with Alexi and Selena in our interview and hear about more of that?
Yeah, let's go check it out. We're super excited to welcome today. We have Alexi and Selena, who are heavily involved with the Microsoft Pride campaign. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so obviously Pride, huge investment from your guys' side, Microsoft's side. Everyone's super excited. What is your involvement with the Pride campaign right now?
I am the program manager, so basically working alongside Alexi, taking the campaign and bringing it to life. So these wonderful posters you see behind you, a lot of the videos that we produced with the employees. We've made products this year. And actually then also just getting everyone lined up within Microsoft to promote those.
She makes the Pride train run on time.
I do.
And it's a very colorful train and it wants to turn one direction. And she's like, no, go there.
Keeps it on track.
Keeps it on track. So what I do, I'm a co-chair for Pride. The role is more of curating Pride and figuring out what is our message, what are we trying to accomplish internally and externally, and really activating it with employees as well as with our customers. And we're here just two people, but there is 258 volunteers.
What, 258?
258 volunteers.
Wow.
And this is around the world.
That's fantastic. I love that.
And you're conducting that Pride train.
So taking it a step back, would love to hear a little bit more about you two, where you're from, where you grew up, what brought you to Microsoft.
I'm originally from Canada, from Vancouver, just up the road here from Seattle. Grew up there, lived in London, England for a long time, and then moved to Seattle. Now working at Microsoft, working on Surface computers and bringing those to market to launch. Yeah.
I'm coming from Russia, across the narrow sea. I joined Microsoft right after business school. So my team won the business case competition and the company invited us over, and that's how I joined. I did consumer marketing for Windows, for apps. And so when I moved in here to take on the brand strategy in the Microsoft store, I felt that doing Pride was a way for me to explore my identity, understand me better, but also help others who might be in the similar position globally, as well as here.
What is the Pride campaign all about this year?
It's the 50th anniversary of Stonewall Uprising. Stonewall Uprising happened in 1969 in New York. Stonewall Inn, it's essentially a bar. At that time, the bars were the only safe space for LGBTQI+ people. And the safe space, what it means is that the police would burst not every day, but every other day, and would get you out and arrested for maybe cross-dressing or just being indecent, because being in a queer bar at that time was indecent. And so on June 28th, the patrons of the Stonewall Inn said, enough. And for 3 days, they went to the streets and they rioted. And that was really a very interdisciplinary movement. It was people of color, it was drag queens, it was young people, it was people from elderly in the community. It was a bunch of people who said enough is enough. And the next year, the very first Pride happened. And it changed the civil rights movement for LGBTQI+ people in a way that it started more about, hey, let's be out, let's demand equality, let's fight for rights, instead of assimilationist policies that existed before. It's not just about celebrating the community. It's not just about uplifting our voices. We need to move this train going forward. We need to continue progress because there is so much that still needs to happen.
From last year's campaign, we were asking, who will you lift up? We were really amplifying people's voices and stories. And then when we were talking about it for this year, that's how we moved it on to what actions will you take? What actions will we take? And it can be a small action. It can just be being a visible ally to somebody at work or a friend or donating to a charity. So, they can be very small actions. We then developed this creative internally with some really great partners here as well at Microsoft to develop these buttons. And the employees, we crowdsource for what people wanted on the buttons.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so these are actual submissions by employees of Microsoft. And I think there's about 125
150.
designs. 150
Yes.
now
Wow.
designs
Yes.
of these buttons. And we created all of those, we've had them printed, but you can also go to the website, microsoft.com/pride, and at the bottom there, you can download the button templates yourself and all these buttons and create them.
I love
Yeah,
it.
so
Go
put
do
your
that.
own message.
Print off a button.
Yeah, and even
Or
that's
20.
an action, right? Like just
Yes.
wearing a button
Yeah.
that takes a stand, that's an action you can take.
Has anyone worn all 150 of them?
All their pieces of flair. Can you
Good
imagine?
idea for Pride. That's what I
We
will
should
do.
do that.
Yeah.
Put it on the back of your
The conductor hat. You can have
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? What has been the hardest part of working on the Pride campaign?
Running out of wine.
Oh, I was gonna say working with you.
Thank you.
I think for me, I mean, we're doing things across Surface, Windows, Bing, Office, Xbox, Mixer, Skype,
Microsoft Store, rewards.
Stores, rewards. We're going across so many teams and really
61 cities, 30
Yes.
countries.
Making sure that all the latest information is shared back and forth between all these teams, bringing them on board to our launch moment, which was May 31st. And so just really trying to keep all those plates spinning.
We got all month, right?
Yeah. Right. We have the whole year. If you look at the calendar, it's 9 months out of 12.
Ah, okay.
Somewhere around the world, there is a March, 9 months out of 12.
So the Seattle Pride March will be on June 30th. What are you most looking forward to about that event?
Not wearing high heels because I did this for the kickoff and my legs fell off. I'm like, I don't know how people do it. What are you most excited?
The whole build up to the parade, you congregate in the street where you're lining up for the march and everyone's getting their signs and everyone gets to personalize their sign in the Microsoft March. So that's really exciting. But then when you actually set off and start the march, that's the best part. That's where the magic really starts, when you start moving and doing the procession. So I'm really looking forward to that and seeing everybody lining the streets. It feels like you're making a difference.
I feel these small moments when last year a couple of people brought their kids and they're just smiling and happy. There was a person on a wheelchair with a flag on the back and they're in our procession. And everybody is there because they care. And that's what makes Pride happy place for me.
So it sounds like in addition to, we had products across the board, you mentioned that we released. Do you mind talking a little bit about Surface?
So this is Surface Pro, and we made 2 products in limited quantities. It's limited edition, but we made this type cover, which was inspired, this font from Stonewall, and we took the Pride flag with the brown and the black stripes to, be inclusive
People of color.
in people of color. So had this made in limited editions.
When we think about Pride, there's actually many communities. It's not just the rainbow flag. There is much more. And that's what we're doing with the skin on the bag, is we're embracing 16 flags of LGBTQI+ community. And they're across gender identity spectrums and sexual orientation spectrums. And what we're doing here, we're reflecting on our roots as a technology company, and we're inspiring a little bit of an infographic, digital age feeling while using these flags and embracing this design.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we are actually donating to charities as well. So we're selling these in 4 countries, and we've made a donation in each of those countries,
Yes.
to put our money where our mouth is to support the
I love
LGBTQI+
it.
community.
Pride for us is not profiting off people. Microsoft has a history of inclusion since 1989. We're almost the industry leading company with the same-sex benefits, with the gender affirming healthcare services in this country and in many countries around the world. And we want to say, when we release these products, it's not for us to make the buck. It's to give visibility to these groups and showcase how we value them. That's why we make a lump sum donation of $100K. And also there is another nonprofit, Destination Tomorrow, which is based in New York, and Microsoft Store team awarded them a grant. And what Destination Tomorrow does is that they empower people of color to learn coding, and they kind of create equity in the community in Bronx.
I really appreciated watching that Destination Tomorrow video. There was so much passion to learn how to code, but the resources of the organization didn't permit them to do so. They only had 4 working computers and a large population to serve. So to see the light on their faces when they had access to all of those new devices was really powerful.
Yes.
And if you have some Microsoft rewards from searching, you can actually donate them to the Trevor Project.
Oh, that's awesome. And they're matching it.
Correct.
That's right, yeah. So I just went on yesterday
Me too.
and donated mine.
I have like
jumping all the time.
40,000. I should
know.
do that.
I have a
We used to work on being
gonna do that.
Yeah, doing that out.
So Microsoft is clearly investing in Pride on many fronts. How does it feel for you to work at a company that is supporting that mission?
I feel seen. When I come to work and I know that the company is behind me, I feel, oh my goodness, they value me for who I am.
I feel just a little bit safer listening to both of your descriptions. Feels like we're living in an uncertain world, and it's nice to feel like you're backed in some capacity.
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
That's a good description.
And I think all those little actions have a ripple effect, and make people feel supported and valued. And I personally think that's invaluable.
Yes.
We want to feel proud for who we work for, and I do.
I feel all warm and fuzzy. Okay, yeah, I set myself up for that one with So what are you hoping people outside of Microsoft could learn from our campaign?
Again, I'm just really happy that we're raising up these issues, just really to build on their empathy and their education and hopefully global understanding that really we're all just living life and loving who we want to love. So I just hope it just feeds into that.
I hope it opens up someone's mind and they will say, oh, it's actually a new way to think about those things. I haven't thought about that way. Or maybe it will be a new information for somebody and they will say, oh, I never knew that. I want to learn more. I want to support.
When Microsoft does something big like this, other corporations really take note and develop and really commit to those best practices. So again, thank you both for your work here, because I imagine it's going to have a ripple effect to other companies globally.
Thank you. I want to thank 258 volunteers.
Yes.
We're just two of us, but
Yes.
there's many people, and that is the beauty of it.
Thank you both, though, sincerely.
If you're watching this YouTube show, check out Microsoft.com/Pride. You'll learn all about the actions you can take, the actions we are taking, download the buttons. I love the buttons the most. And just hang out there and learn from Microsoft employees. It's just such a fun website. We built it for 2 months. Please go. Go now. Go. Click, 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 click.
So I'm feeling super pumped and excited for Pride this year and feeling all the love already. And it was great to see all the work that Alexi, Selena, and everyone else who's volunteering to really help pull all this campaign together. It's awesome.
Yeah, their work is really inspirational. They've thought about so many different ways that people might want to participate in this celebration, and they're making it accessible to so many people.
Yeah, like if you wanted to go for a film screening, you could do that. If you want to go and participate in the parade, or if it's helping design even like the posters or the buttons, and a lot of this crowdsourced campaign. It's awesome.
It seems like the program has been incredibly inclusive. They've really looped in members of the community, 258 volunteers. That's just so huge.
Yeah, designing for and with the community, which is really powerful. So this year's campaign theme was very focused on actions, right? So not just words, but what are we actually doing to make and implement change? So what are you thinking? What are your actions for Pride this year?
Sure. I've participated in the Pride Parade in the past, and I definitely plan to be there again this year. But I think a net new action that I'm going to be taking is donating to the Trevor Project. I learned that I could be using Microsoft Rewards to make that donation, but I'm definitely going to be making a personal donation on top of that.
Yeah, same here for both. Microsoft Rewards is also matching everyone's donations, which is incredible. And this will be my first Pride Parade to march in, so I'm very excited. One of my colleagues, he invited all of us to join him. So I'm excited to support him and the community and to be an ally.
Way to go.
Yeah, you too. That was weird. So that wraps it up for our very special episode of Microsoft Unboxed. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. We have a new episode every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And then you get to see our smiley faces.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you at the march.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey everyone, if you can't get enough of us, I would highly recommend subscribing to our podcast, Women in Business and Technology, available right here.
And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at our social handles right here.